This is the complete guide to resource chickens. First up, how do we find the chickens, etc, etc. So you will find some chickens just kind of meandering around. If I have just enough items installed and I click and then press R, you can see here all about the chickens. For example, this lapis chicken spawns naturally. False. You cannot find it naturally. Whereas this duck, for example, which is technically a chicken, at least in this mod, spawns in beach, plains, and river. Or a sand chicken will spawn in the beach and desert. So how do we actually get those chickens when we find them? Well, there's two ways. You can make an animal capture net, which will work on all animals, not just chickens, and also, or a chicken basher. So that's pretty easy to make. Why would you want to use either one? Well, oh look, here's a chicken, a flint chicken, and I can just get my animal capture net, right click it, and it's now in the net. You can see here that it has a flint chicken inside. What I can also do with my chicken basher is, I can just go up to the chicken, right click it, and it will actually drop it as an item. And then I can walk over it and pick it up as an item. Then what we're going to do, now that we've got some chickens, is we're going to make one of these things, which is a chicken stasis chamber. And you want to really put that above a chest, as that's where the items from your chicken are going to go. I can then right click the chicken, the animal capture net onto the stasis chamber, or I can just get the magma chicken or whatever chicken you've got with your basher, and I can right click it onto the stasis chamber, and then you can see we have it. You can then right click seeds on here, and you can see a bar, and you can actually input this via pipes from other mods, or use hoppers, or just right click it with your hand to input the seeds like I just have, and you can see the food level. The next drop is in 7 minutes. What we can also see on this chicken is gain, growth and strength. Gain, I believe, is how much produce it will produce at the end of every drop, so, you know, in 7 minutes. Growth might be... It's either going to be how fast a baby chicken will mature when you breed it, or it might be how often you actually get these drops. Strength, I believe, is how much health a chicken has. But I can't find anything on the mods that actually tells me the exact meanings of the stats, so I'm kind of guessing a little bit there. But in order to get those stats up, it's very easy. In order to breed some chickens, like down here, I've got a snowball chicken with gain, growth and strength 1, and another one with 1-1. I just get seeds as you would of a normal chicken, right click it so that they breed, and out pops a baby chicken. Chicken bashu. And then what you could do is get another stasis chamber, chest down, right click that on there, and you can see the growing time of that chicken. And just going from a 1-1 chicken each, I've now got a gain 2, growth 3 and strength 3 chicken. Breed that chicken with one of your 1-1-1-1s, and then you're probably going to get like a 3-3-4 or something. And then breed the 3-3-4 with this one in front of us, and you can see how the stats increase very quickly. So what do we get from the chickens? Well, obviously, we're going to get, you know, things like, we've got snowball chicken here, we're going to get snowballs. You may also even get chicken poo, which you can use in a composter. With that chicken poop, we can use it on grass to spawn, you know, flowers, etc. And we can use it on dirt in order to turn it into a manure block. If you hoe this manure block, you will then not be able to trample it, it won't require any water, etc, etc. So it's like the perfect hoed farmland. There's also some other items added by the mod. Raw and cooked duck, of course, and duck eggs, which you can make into duck blocks. Solidified XP from an experienced chicken. And if you're not sure how to get these types of chickens, for example, an experienced chicken, which literally gives XP, this would be from a slime chicken and a yellow dye chicken, for example. Whereas a slime chicken is going to drop slime balls every 5 minutes and does not spawn naturally because you breed it with a green dye and a clay chicken. And a clay chicken you get from breeding a sand and a snowball chicken. Snowball chicken, you know, from water, an orange water, you know, etc. You get the idea. One thing you might be wondering is how do you get the different dye chickens? Well, what I'm going to do is get my dye, and I am just going to throw some eggs to get chicken. There you go, we've got some chickens, and I'm going to use yellow dye on the chicken. And can you see it says conversion yellow dye chicken? So basically, growing time is, you know, X amount, and the more yellow dye I use on this chicken, I'm using a lot of dye, But can you see it? The more yellow dye I use, the more the bar is going up. And eventually, it will convert into a yellow dye chicken. And there we go. Once the bar's full, you'll hear an explosion TNT sound. And now I have a yellow dye chicken. So that's how you get different dye chickens. There are water and lava eggs. That's a drop from the lava and water chicken. And there's also an energy egg, which you can use for RF. That's from the Electro Fuzz Bomb chicken. Basically, it's used for making electric and redstone flux. Apart from that, all the mod adds. Gone through chicken drops, stats, growing times, breeding babies. Obviously, a lot of these chickens you have to breed, yellow dye and slime. Slime is from green dye and clay, green dye. Version, a clay chicken you make with sand and snowball. And things like sand you can get in a beach desert, and a snowball you get by breeding a water and an orange dye, and then water is from snow plains, and then orange dye is from a yellow and a red, and you see how you can work it all the way back. So it can be a really lengthy process getting certain different types of chickens, but once you've got them, you're basically going to have an unlimited supply of whatever it is you're trying to make from each of the chickens. And that, everyone, is the Resource Chicken mod. Thanks for watching, and if you're looking for other mod guides, check out the channel as I have a shelf for tech mods, magic mods, utility mods, exploration mods, and mod pack guides. I have covered hundreds upon hundreds of mods on this channel, uploading daily. If you actually want to join, by the way, you can play alongside me. I live stream every week, and if you join our Discord, we have a ton of free-to-play modded Minecraft servers for you to choose from, ran by me and my team of staff like clockwork. They're the smoothest servers you'll often find, and our staff are there to help you whenever you may need it. Looking for your own server maybe? Well, you can also check out the link in the description for my G Portal partnership, where you can get 10% off your own Minecraft server.